Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. Here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app. Take us on all your summer vacations. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio and streaming live on YouTube. Head over there right now. Search up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They're powered by Adaptive Networks. I'm sorry, somebody broke your sign. For all your IT needs, I blame Ralph Bailey. Call Adaptive Networks, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It is Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show. We have a great show for you lined up today. So much to talk about. We will get to at least what is the top story here locally. It also has made national news. It broke during our show here yesterday. I think it was about 1:15. We started getting text messages to the station thanks to some loyal and great listeners that were either down and around the area when it started and began to happen, or were new people that were either on scene or even in the building, getting us some information. Thank you to those. We'll get you the latest on that story of just it has many layers, and we'll try to get to some of them or most of them. The Bakersfield Police Department and the FBI gave an update this morning. We'll tell you what they said and what we know as of right now, as far as hostages and what happened and how it ended, when it ended, and who this guy is. We'll get into all of that. It is the day after the elections. I know that was kind of put on the back burner a little bit with what was going on in downtown Bakersfield yesterday. And if you were trying to vote down there, goodness gracious, I'm sure it was a mess. I didn't even bother going to the downtown polling station, but it was election day, and we do have some results. We can look at some races and say, yeah, there's no chance that one's over. And then we'll look at some of those closer races and see who we might be coming out, who might be coming out of the primaries headed to the general in November. We'll even start to look at those races and who really has a chance, even though they may have won last night. So I'll explain when we break down the election results, not just in the state, but here locally and Measure A. It is a Wellness Wednesday. And we just left the month of May, which was Mental Health Awareness Month, which I felt every single day attacked mentally from about mid-May till, I'm still not living at home. I'm in the nice Hamptons across the street, but I'm still not living at home. And I'll be in Vegas over the weekend, but I'm still not living at home. So as we close out Mental Health Awareness Month, this month is Cancer Survivor Awareness Month. And so with that, we'll talk to Dr. Ravi Patel, who is with the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center, CBCC, here locally, right down there, across the river on the other side of Truxton there from us. He has done fantastic work here in the community, and we'll talk to him not only about some of the higher rates now that we're seeing with cancer and even in younger adults, but we'll also talk about new methods for prevention, new methods and treatments, new technologies that they're using that help bring up those survivor rates. And that's what we're celebrating, is Cancer Survivor Month this month. So we'll talk to Dr. Ravi Patel. And then our friend LJ from just right across the parking lot will stop by. They have a new edition of Kern County Family Magazine out. She'll tell us all of the latest on what you can expect to see inside, who is on the cover, and maybe we'll even ask her what is going on this weekend, because it's going to be hot, y'all. Like I said, I'll be in Vegas, but there's plenty of things for you guys to do. So we'll talk with LJ from Kern County Family Magazine. And then whatever you guys want to discuss, you can chime in as well. The phone number to call or text 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube. I usually jump in there during the breaks and try to converse with y'all. And you can always send me emails, jr@kernradio.com. And the finals get started tonight. Ain't that right, Christopher? What was it? Don't tell me. I remember because you told me yesterday. And I remember everything that happened yesterday. It's the Knicks and the Spurs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, where are we?
Game 1, and we're starting in, don't tell me. I got a 50-50 shot,
Yes,
really.
you do.
I mean,
That's
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
screw
Come on
this
now.
up. It's not really. I mean,
In Tejas, or are we in New York?
I think we're in the Lone Star State.
We are in the Lone Star.
Yeah, we're starting in San Antonio.
You would be starting in San Antonio.
It's Tim Duncan still around.
He is.
Oh, wait, he is?
Well, not on the team,
Oh.
but he is around.
Okay. And what about Craig Papa? Is he even still alive?
Pop is still alive.
Okay.
He is now the president of basketball operations for the Spurs.
Okay.
And so he is still around the team, but he's not coaching.
And let me guess, Tony Parker is the international
He's
spokesperson.
the only one that I don't see.
Is he still
Like,
married
they love
to
Manu Ginobili? They love David Robinson.
Right.
Robinson, I
yeah.
apologize. They love Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Tony's nowhere to be seen.
He is I'm gonna dub him their international spokesperson.
Probably. He's in France right now. So.
Either that or he's just is he still married to her, Mr. Longoria? Wasn't he married to Eva Longoria? See, I don't remember what you told me yesterday, Chris, but I can remember some stuff from I can remember stuff from the 2000s. Yesterday? Nope.
Oh, they apparently Eva Longoria
they're not
back in 2011.
They're not together anymore. Oh, I apologize. Is she?
He had another fiance or another.
Oh, he moved on.
That.
Did she move on? Is she single by any chance?
Oh, that I can't tell you.
I'm asking for a friend. Speaking of friends, we had some people that friends of ours that knew people that were part of the hostage situation yesterday in downtown Bakersfield. I won't give out anybody's identity. I tried to steer away from that yesterday, even though there was a lot of chatter. I was getting text messages and messages from people that had names of people that were in the building at that point. And even right now, I'm not comfortable divulging names and information about people who were in the building or being held hostage. I have reached out to folks that I know either work in or around that area or work for the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office, which this, I guess, originated out of. They're not giving very much details on the way of motive at this time, or at least from any of the news stories that I have read, like official news stories. Now, there's a whole bunch of people talking online, and we'll get into who this guy is, the suspect is, and his background. He does have a YouTube page. I watched, I think, the first 30 minutes of, I guess you would call it a self-made documentary. And it's him. Same guy that I'm looking at right here in the photo that at least KGT has on. And it's him talking in this video, and he's claiming innocence and how he was framed by the Kern County Sheriff's Office. But let's start at the beginning, or at least what took place roughly 24 hours ago. From this moment, he walks into what we know as the Chase Bank building, because that's what is labeled on the outside, but in reality, the Kern County Superintendent of Schools owns the building, and they lease that space. They lease the bottom floor to Chase. So yeah, the bank is there on the bottom floor, but the building is essentially owned by Kern County Superintendent of Schools. They house all the offices for different administration up there. And so he walks in to the lobby, and there was a picture floating around of him actually taking what is believed to be the custodial worker and taking her hostage. Well, eventually he gets up to the second floor where now he has 10 hostages. And the reports are he's got the bomb strapped to not only himself with the dead man trip or detonator. I think that's what they call it, the dead man detonator, where if he lets go or whatnot, it'll set the bomb off. He's claiming it had a 20-foot explosion radius on the bomb. There was reports that he had also strapped devices to at least one of the hostages and basically barricaded himself on the second floor, again, of what we know as the Chase building in downtown Bakersfield. About an hour into it, if not sooner than that, Bakersfield police automatically call in the FBI for assistance. So they start coming in. He was making requests saying that he wanted paperwork from one of his cases. When he received that, he would let one of the hostages go. I believe he actually did, because at some point he let at least one, if not two, hostages out prior to this ending. He was also requesting food and Dr. Pepper and drinks. I believe over the scanner at one point that he was requesting to see his kids. And so at some point in the middle of the night, because this went on for hours and hours, where the feds sat outside, and I don't know if it became a waiting game at that point or more of a wait and plan and strategically figure out how we're going to bring a resolution to this situation. During that, as you guys know, there are, I don't even know how many now. My mom used to watch, I think, one when they first started years ago, these streamers, the live streamers. You guys know who I'm talking about? It's on YouTube. They basically will listen to police scanners and then go and show up on crime scenes or whatever and start going live. And my mom loves it. It's like the new age cops, I guess, or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's live action.
It is. It's live. Well, they even tried it, like the Live PD, I think, was a show at one point. But that's what they do. And so they were, as you can imagine, every single one that's not only in or around Kern County was here and descended on that. And each one wanted to have the better angle. At some point, I think that the feds were even telling them, hey, can you not zoom in on the windows, please? Can you at least, keep it back? So, because unbeknownst to, I think, the streamers at that point, but the feds were like, he's watching. So much so, I saw a post that he had commented on one of the streamers' live streams, left a comment. Was like, soon you will all feel my pain or something. And everybody started going, hey, that's him. That's his YouTube page. And sure enough, it was his YouTube page. Now, I can't confirm whether or not that it was him that actually left a message on one of the streamers' feeds. But the feds, at least, were led to believe that he is watching. He's watching not only the building, but they have a shot of our command station. They have a shot of where we're set up at. These guys are shooting the building from multiple angles on a live feed, and the feds are like, we got to get these guys out of here. I fall asleep about, I don't know, midnight. I have the TV on because now I feel like my mom and I'm watching the live stream. I wake up, it's roughly 2-ish, right? I start watching it, and the SWAT team starts to walk out, and it looks like they're taking a guy out with them, almost like they're carrying somebody. And one of the streamers and a bunch of people around go, there he goes, there he is, they got him, they got him, they got him. Oh yeah, I saw him, they got him. And about 5 or 6 of the streamers, all right, this is done, you guys, we're going to go home. This seems to be wrapped up. And they shut down. And one guy stays on and is like, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. And I'm not saying that the feds pulled the fast one on the streamers to get them the heck out of there so that they could finish their operation, because obviously at that point they had a plan, because I'd say about, or at least according to the update from this morning, 2 hours later, it's over. And I'm still not sure, Chris. I don't know if you have seen it, because the last time I saw, all they said it was officer involved shooting, but I'm also hearing that the officers weren't the ones that inflicted the gunshot wound that killed him.
No, I hear FBI was.
Well, is that what they mean though? The feds are the ones that shot him?
From what I was reading, the way it was verbed was, it was an officer involved shooting, but BPD officers were not involved in the shooting, which means, at least in my mind, the only other officials there would be FBI.
Yeah, you know how it is. You've seen the movies. Once they roll up on the scene, they go, this is our crime scene now.
I again, much like yourself, I know people who are at least connected to somebody who was in this thing, and they said they had SWAT teams ready to go, but never sent them.
From the feds?
Oh,
or from the BPD? Yeah, they just, at that point, it was like, this is bigger than us. And I think even during the beginning, they didn't understand the nature of the situation, whether it was a bank robbery, which when it's a bank robbery, you automatically have to call the feds. That's a federal investigation. You're not, sorry, get out.
Right.
And so that is, I think, initially why the feds were called in, but then, it became a bigger hostage situation. Now you got 10 hostages, a guy with a bomb. I think we're going to, and not to say that the BPD couldn't handle it, but it's always good to have the big fellas.
And there was something that was weird about this that, again, I'm not sure exactly the exact details, but it was under, or at least to me, from what I heard, was this bomb had a dead man's trigger on it.
The dead man trigger.
And that trigger was also connected to somebody else whom I know now who that was.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, that he had it set on him, but then he had another device set on somebody else that would set off some explosives too. Now, how they got that negotiated out, because at some point they either had to go, the bomb is fake and we can take him out, or we've got him to take it off. We've got him to set it down. We've somehow diffused the bomb part of the situation, and now we can move in.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of EMP kind of thing that could probably disengage that type of thing. But I said the same thing. I was like, if the entire when I went to bed, the entire idea was they can't shoot the guy, otherwise the bomb goes off.
Right.
But clearly that was not the case when everything got situated.
When it got ended at 4:20 this morning, apparently, which I happened to slip out right at that time, Chris. Right at 4:20, I was like, well, I'm awake. I'm just going to head outside. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. And I walked back in, and I'm like, it's over. I missed it.
You guys kept a skunk on the way there, too?
The world happened. I stepped outside for 2 seconds. We got to get to a break. We're way late. On the other side, we'll tell you who this guy is, the alleged suspect in yesterday's hostage situation. Give you some of his background, military, his time in jail. And the cops aren't saying yet what a motive is, but I'll tell you at least what I watched on YouTube. And I don't know if you would consider it a motive yet, but start putting pieces together. I'm no detective or anything, but I play one on the radio. And we'll break down politics because it is the day after an election, by the way. And we got guests. It's a Wellness Wednesday. Dr. Patel from CBCC will stop by. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Hey, John, why so glum?
No.
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT.
To answer your question, Anthony, no, I will not be producing Terry Maxwell's show tomorrow, and I will address that here today, as a matter of fact. So stick around. That'll be a doozy. And yes, I did say Vegas. D-Boy, guess what I get to do? You're a Broncos fan, so it's not a big deal to you, but it is to me. So CityServe, the nonprofit that was started here up at Canyon, you know, CityServe, D-Boy. They do the mayor's ball every year. They're the ones that put it on and who are the benefactors of it. And every year I get to do the announcements. They call me the voice of God. I'm just like, dude, no. I just basically say, now coming to the stage, blah, 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 blah. And so they are putting on an event in Vegas for veterans. And I think they did it either last year or the year before. And I believe they had me record some announcements for them. Well, she hit me up about a week and a half ago, maybe. No, about a week ago, actually. Yeah, about a week ago today. Tomorrow. Wednesday. Yeah, a week ago today. And she said, do you just want to come to Vegas and do them live? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Yeah, let me think about it. Let me pray on that and I'll get back to you. She's like, well, I was like, what are the details? She said, well, it's at Allegiant Stadium. And we've got about 30 to 40,000 people registered so far. And there'll be a concert and you'll get to do all the announcements and go into all the little places and meet a 4-star general and booda booda boom. Wait a second. I'm making announcements on the PA system at Allegiant Stadium. Prayers up. Yes, I'm going. So I'll be in Vegas. Work and play. Do you just think about Wayne's World every time? Automatically, right? And you go into the back seat of the car and you're just ready? Yeah. And you just go into it. Yeah, if you don't get into it. And thanks to Wayne's World for that. The bio. I never watched that. I never watched it, dude. I was never. Yeah,
You
no.
need to watch that one.
I was never into those biopics. Really, I didn't
Oh,
watch.
This one's good.
What was the other one? Walk the Line. I didn't watch that
that's
one.
So good too.
The new Michael one. Didn't watch that
I haven't
one.
seen that one.
What's a couple of other ones?
Elton John.
Elton John. Yep. Didn't watch
that one was pretty good.
Wait a second.
Rocket Man, I think.
Maybe I did watch that one.
Taron Egerton, the guy from Kingsman.
Yeah. You know what? I might have watched the Queen one too. I take that back. I'm a liar.
Yeah,
I'm a liar and a fat mouth.
Rami Malek.
I'm a liar and a fat mouth. I've probably watched them all. It's like when we told people we've never done the show on remote before. It's our first time.
Look, man, we are a society of.
It's crazy.
If it didn't happen recently, we don't remember.
Well, like I told the boys on Kern County Activities yesterday, I said, hey, I give y'all love every day on my show almost. Whenever I tell people if it didn't happen on Kern County's activities, it didn't happen. If it's not on Kern County activities, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Heck, they were the first to probably report on this bank thing yesterday, but nobody wants to give them love. Nobody ever. Your boy gives you love.
That's a good question. I don't know.
They
I
did.
would love to know if they were.
They did. I know they did.
They are our TMZ.
I'm just saying. Give them some credit at least. We'll be back. I'll tell you about the suspect in yesterday's hostage negotiation. It's Kern Radio.
For With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Kuwait briefly shut its main airport after Iranian drones heavily damaged a passenger terminal building, killing one and
Yeah, you should, D-boy. I'll make you my I'll make you my assistant again. Like when I got you into the Hard Rock on the morning it opened, you could just roll with me. You just come in and be like, "Yeah, this must my guy. He carries my bike for me." Just be able to walk through the whole stadium with you, boy. I'm staying at the M though. It's like in Henderson. It's the official hotel of the Las Vegas Raiders. And so that's where I get to stay at. You remember. So yeah, any recommendations though, because I'm leaving Friday after the show, hopefully by 4. So I hope to get into Vegas before 8:00 on Friday night. So any recommendations for dinner? Because I'll be there Friday night, and then Saturday morning I got to be at the stadium by 10. And then they said the event is over at 4, and then I'm staying the night again. So any recommendations for dinner? Get at me. Let me know. Again, staying at the M, and then I'll come back Sunday. Like I'll leave mid-morning. Get the kid back to her mom. But yeah. What's up? Chris is trying to tell me 2:00. Yeah. So yeah. I'm thinking about taking the kid to see I'm thinking about taking the kid to see Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. I'm really seriously thinking about it because she loves that movie. And so yeah, we watched this series on YouTube. It's this kid Ryan Trahan, and last summer he did 50 states in 50 days, where every day he was in a different state, and he was in a different Airbnb in every state, and he was looking for the best Airbnb in America by doing 50 states in 50 days and rating the Airbnbs that he stayed in for the night. And he's a good kid, a good Christian kid, like puts a lot of faith and stuff into it. And so we really started liking this kid last year. And so he's doing another series right now, top 10 tourist attractions in America. And we were watching one yesterday where he was in Vegas, and they went to watch The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. And so we were talking about it. So that is a potential of happening, of seeing The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. I'll have to check out the show times in that, because I think No Doubt is also at the Sphere right now. So we'll check out that. And they did the medieval times dinner at the Excalibur, which my daughter said she was down for as well. So who knows? We'll see. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app and watch us on YouTube right from the Kern Radio studios. Just head over there and search up Kern Radio and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can watch us. And the studios powered by Adaptive Networks. If you got some IT problems going on, maybe in your business, maybe you do some things where you got a lot of tech around and you want to keep those things safe, call Adaptive Networks. They help us out here. They are run and owned locally here by a family, great family. So you guys give them a call for your IT needs. Adaptive Networks, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. Do we have anything on our text board, sir? 661-842-5376. If you guys want to chime in at any time, you can do so. Right on. So the man who they was shot yesterday, that's how it went down by the FBI, has a lot of history. He was a ex-military where he was dishonorably discharged, I believe, in 2013. He went AWOL at the time. There's also news reports that he has a criminal history, and I didn't get to look it up, but with weapons and different things like that. And the biggest one that they were at least stands out is the sexual assault, where he is a registered sex offender. It says back in 2014, and we're talking, his name is Anthony Scott Searless Harris. He was 41. During the standoff, the hostage situation yesterday, they did raid a house in Oildale, which is believed to be his residence. But back in 2014, he was found guilty of holding alcohol and drug-fueled parties where he engaged in sex acts with underage girls, forcing one of them to perform with another 26-year-old man. Now, it was later the charge of alleging the force, at least, was reversed on appeal. And although they are not giving a motive for yesterday's hostage situation, he was, like I said earlier, requesting at one point to get documentation from one of his cases. And you could hear, and I was eavesdropping on some of the scanner communication. You can hear them say, "Hey, the paperwork is on its way. We have the paperwork he's requesting. It's on its way." And so he was requesting things like that. There were, I guess, rumors or stuff being said on social media that he was trying to prove his innocence by doing this, that he wasn't these things that he had been charged with and sent to jail for. And I caught it. Like I said, I woke up middle of the night. It's becoming a bad habit for the kid. Especially when I fall asleep early, I know it's going to happen. And I say early, and it's like 11:30, and I'm like, well, that's not early, JR. But if I fall asleep anywhere before or around 11 o'clock, I'll be up at 2. I don't know what's wrong with my body, but it just goes, oh, you got 3-4 hours, you're good. Wake up. And then I wake up and I'm up for 2 hours. So that's what I was doing last night. I got up, I started watching the stream. I was like, man, this thing is still going on. How long are we going to be here for? And I'm looking around online for things, and somebody, Kern County Activities, had posted, and they've taken it down since, at least Kern County Activities did. They posted a link to what is allegedly, I guess we have to say, his YouTube page, in which he had 2 videos up. One is almost 2 hours long, 1 hour and 50 minutes. I did sit and watch the first half hour of it, in which it's him sitting there on camera explaining how he was framed by the Kern County Sheriff's Office, not only by the Kern County Sheriff's Office, but also claiming cover up by local media. I think he was using clips from KGET and Tammy Milchot when they were talking about his case, when he was originally being tried on these charges of sexual assault. And so he posted this video. I'm not sure when he was released from jail last, but he posted this video back in October. When I got around to it, it didn't have that many views. I don't know if it's even still up right now or how many more views it has gotten since. But the first half hour, he has his court case. He has his documents from his court case. He has evidence charts. He has pictures from the evidence that I'm assuming he was able to obtain while in jail and going to, trying to get his appeals or requesting these, because those are you can as an inmate request those. I mean, those are the things that you're charged with. You have the right to see them. So he had all these different pieces of evidence that he was trying to show, at least on his YouTube video, his innocence, how he was framed. I didn't get to complete it because, like I said, it was almost a 2-hour long thing, and I was going back between that and watching the live stream as things were happening. But the tie to, and again, this is not confirmed by law enforcement or investigators, at least not that I heard them talk about the connection, because they are going to be very cautious moving on releasing possible motives. But after watching this video and again hearing things that are going on online and discussions, and the beef with the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office, is that's where the complaint first came from. So, and I don't know if I have to say alleged, because he was convicted and did time for sexual assault and having these parties with underage girls and kids, at least. But the complaint about those things, and the reason I guess he feels he was, I say caught, he says framed, but the complaint allegedly, from what I'm hearing anyways, is that it came through the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office. And so that at least feels like a motive. He denied it through the whole trial. But they were saying that he was getting minors to come to his home, and then he would threaten to harm them. There were 2 victims that ended up coming forward. His defense attorney tried to carry on the claim of these are baseless accusations, saying that he was originally charged with 15 crimes. 5 counts were dismissed, and jurors hung on 7 others, convicting him of only the 3. And again, one of those, through appeal, at least got downgraded. He was sentenced in 2000 to 12 years. And apparently he was released back in 2018. So he's been out for what? Do the math. 2018, what are we, 26? 8 years? What finally, again, he posted this video, allegedly. Do I have to say allegedly? Do I have to continue to say that? It's allegedly posted this video to his alleged YouTube back in October. And so if he's been out since 2018, I guess maybe just accumulating all of this information and in his head putting together his his idea that, look, I was framed. The Kern County Sheriff's Office framed me. The local media was complicit in covering things up. And it's all the fault of Kern County Superintendent of Schools office who started this mess. Now, how you get from that and being released in 2018 and to 6 years later, walking into a building with a bomb strapped to you, taking 10 hostages. And I mean, I don't want to make any accusations that this guy is crazy. But I think I can stand by the claim that no sane person would do this and expect to, one, prove that they're innocent, right? Like, how do you prove you're innocent by committing a crime? Like, that doesn't add up to me. But two, how would you think this was going to end? Again, by proving your innocence and them going, you know what? Yes, we're sorry, sir. You were set up, and we'll just let you go home. Everybody's just gonna. We just want everybody to be able to go home, including you, and we're all gonna leave. I mean, what? As the guy walking in with the bomb strapped to your chest, what do you think's gonna happen? How can you possibly, a sane person, me, you listening, would think that you are going to come out of that alive, out of that situation? And so we'll learn more as the story develops, as investigators continue to look into things, and depending on what they do or do not release, we'll learn more, and we'll try to keep you abreast of the situation. Again, I know people that are related to some of the hostages. I wouldn't even think about saying, hey, do you want to come on? Yeah, I do. I would love to speak to one of them on the air, but at this point, that I couldn't even imagine. I don't know what I would have done. A part of me, because I'm the guy that chases somebody down the parking lot with an axe, I start going, I could take this guy. I'll jump him. I'll grab the detonator, and I'll fight him and hold him down where everybody runs out. I got this. But I don't know. I say that here, sitting on this side of the glass and on the microphone, not having been in the building. But I couldn't imagine what those people experienced yesterday, and the trauma that they will carry with them for probably the rest of their lives. Let's just be honest. If I worked for Kern County Superintendent of Schools and I was one of those hostages, would you want to go back in that building to work ever again? It would be. I went back to my apartment the other night. For those of you that know the story of construction at my apartment and living in hotels, and how I caught construction workers sleeping in our beds one night at 11 o'clock at night. And I go, well, that caused trauma to my daughter. And yeah, JR, whatever. I'm not that big of a deal. But I tell you what, when I went to my apartment the next night and those bedroom doors were closed, I was a little bit more cautious when I opened them up this time, not knowing what I was going to find on the other side of that door. And so for those 10 people, walking into that building will be a totally different experience if they can even re-enter that building again. And I don't know if that's part of the process of healing. Each person is different. So I couldn't even begin, and I wouldn't even know how I would act or handle in the situation or be afterwards. But prayers to them, prayers to all of the first responders that showed up, to all of the federal agents that were on scene. Some of them, should I say it, Chris, they were staying at the hotel across the street. I walked outside this morning to walk Tinkerbell because it wasn't there at 4:20 this morning when I walked outside to walk Tinkerbell. When I walked out this morning at 8 o'clock, guess what was there? One of their big O, and it's on my Instagram, one of their big O Bobcat or big O armored vehicles were sitting in the parking lot. So I know where that came from last night. And then we went down to breakfast to get breakfast. You know, the waffle makers are back. There was about 5 or 6 agents down there, all dressed up in their fatigue still, like they had just came back, maybe got 2 hours of sleep, woke up and get some coffee, sitting down there, taking a second and going back to wherever they're needed next. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that showed up yesterday. Again, first responders, the federal agents, BPD, whoever, sheriffs, all of them. Hall ambulance was down there, all of them. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for keeping our community safe and continuing to work and show up every single day, even though you have to face those kinds of situations all the time. Thank you to them, and prayers to all of the 10 hostages, to their families. Our thoughts are with you guys. And not only that, but the staff at Kern County Superintendent of Schools office. I know a couple of people that work there. I reached out to them. I said, hey, just thinking about you guys. Glad to know that everybody's okay. And so we'll continue to say prayers for them as well. Just crazy set of events last night or yesterday and to last night and into this morning in downtown Bakersfield. We'll take a break. On the other side, we'll try to move on. We'll try to get some politics in. It was election day yesterday. Hopefully you guys voted. About 65% of you didn't. I'll tell you what voter turnout was here in Kern County. We'll break down some of those results as well. And then the 2 o'clock hour, it's a Wellness Wednesday. Dr. Ravi Patel from Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center will stop by, talk about Cancer Survivors Month. And then our friend LJ from Kern County Family Magazine debuts the latest edition. All that. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN, The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I know enough to know about Boston. Great hockey players.
Let's see. Where we at? I stayed there when they first opened. Nice pool complex there. That's what my sister said. D-boy, my brother, because you guys know my sister lives in Henderson, Green Valley area, but Henderson. And she was like, "Oh, the pool's nice. The pool is nice there. It's a real nice." I guess my brother used to be a lifeguard there because they moved to Vegas. They moved to Henderson. Heck, my sister has lived in my dad's house now, with the exception of when she lived in Hawaii. But my dad's house has been there since '94, I think, is when they moved to Vegas or Henderson. And so, yeah, my brother was a lifeguard there apparently. And she said, the pool is great. We'll come swimming. So, yeah, we're definitely going to check out the pool for sure. All you can eat sushi is always a good plan. Sergio, let me tell you a story, bro. And I had sushi last night. I went to Love Sushi. I just got some rolls though. But I was telling the kid, hey, do you want to do all you can eat sushi in Vegas again? Because we did it, and we did it at a place in Green Valley where my sister lives. She took us out there, and that's where my daughter tried eel and octopus for the first time. And she didn't like the octopus, but she was down for the eel. She was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good," and ate a couple of pieces of it. So she was down to try that. But that did come up, the all you can eat sushi. But my nephew was in Vegas last weekend over Memorial Day, celebrating his girlfriend's graduation from nursing at BC, and they went to the all-you-can-eat sushi. They dropped like 3 bills in that place. There was, I think, 6 of them eating, maybe something like that. But yeah, there were 4 or 5 of them. I don't know, but they dropped a stupid amount of money. But it's worth it. It was good. Always do things for the kids. Always good advice is to take interest in your kids' interest. Heck yeah. I thought about going because there's a water park out there, but I don't think we're gonna have time to do that. So, but yeah, I want to do Wizard of Oz because she loves Wizard of Oz. I'm not a big fan, but she loves Wizard of Oz, or that, or we want to eventually try to make it, and we keep saying we're gonna do it. Going to Megamart or Megamart, I think that's what it's called. So yeah, watch Wizard of Oz. Willie will love it. Get seats in the 300 section. Thank you, D-boy. That was my question, is where are the best seats in there? Yeah, hit me up with the text later. It ain't me. It ain't me. You know, that's Welcome back. It's the JR Show. YouTube will mute that out later. Oh, they probably didn't even hear it. I don't think I had it turned up. It was just me singing. Sorry, guys. You guys don't get the background music sometimes. They just get me. They're like, what is he singing and why is he doing that? Does this guy think he is? Ralph Bailey? Speaking of...
YouTube will still catch it.
Yeah, YouTube will still shut me off.
No, they'll still mark you.
Yeah, and then they'll tell you that they have to mute the whole thing, and then you'll just see me going, yeah, and whatever. We love YouTube. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. Coming up in the 2 o'clock hour, we'll talk with Dr. Ravi Patel. He is the doctor over at the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center. It's Cancer Survivors Month, so we'll discuss with them. I believe they had an event yesterday for survivors, and then we'll just talk to him about new rates, because we hear all the time that more people are being diagnosed with cancer, especially at younger ages. So we'll talk to him about that. Not only that, but prevention and new technology that they're using to help people fight and be survivors of cancer, which my sister is surviving right now. She's stage 4 and she is surviving and doing well. So bless her. God bless her for that. Thank goodness. So yeah, we'll talk to, and then LJ, our friend from Kern County Family Magazine, will also stop by and tell us what's the latest in that. So stick around for the next hour. Try to break down some election results for you, it was an election yesterday, and surprise, surprise, who was sitting at the top, at least early in some numbers coming back for governor, Steve Hilton. He is at 27.8%, leading the pack over his closest opponent, which is Becerra, who we all thought would be the one to lead the way entirely. He's at 25%. And then that's followed up by Tom Steyer, who is at, let me find it, 19.6% currently. But the interesting thing is, and I was going to try to see, and I think this is a Samsung TV. I can probably shoot it from my phone.
Should be able to.
Yeah, up to I wanted you guys, and if you get a chance, to look at the map. There's a map on the California the Secretary of State's office. And that's where the official results come in. And so if you go in there and there's it says voter maps, and you look on that, and it breaks it down who is winning county by county. And I don't know why they used blue for Steve Hilton, but the almost entire state is blue. Steve Hilton is winning in more counties than I could even count at this point.
Because even when they lose, they want to look like they won.
Well, Becerra, yeah, that's why they use blue. But Becerra had maybe 10 counties. I'm like, this dude gets LA, San Francisco, and San Diego, and somehow he's still right there. But the rest of California's got to put up with it. It's crazy. It's a Wellness Wednesday. We'll talk to Dr. Ravi Patel next. It's the JR Show.
Kern Radio, AM 1230,
He's
KERN,
on the
96.1
phone.
FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
This hour from Town Hall, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Iran claims negotiations with the U.S. are on hold as Israel continues to attack Lebanon. Hezbollah and Prime Minister Netanyahu say attacks are on pause.
All this comes as the Iranians say that they have stopped negotiating with the Americans over the ongoing fighting between Israel and Hezbollah and Lebanon. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump has insisted that these talks are going on, but two Iranian semi-official news agencies, as well as one regional official, say that Iran has not responded after warning over Israel threatening to bomb Beirut the other day. So all this put together shows just how tentative this ceasefire is. And while there aren't really ongoing, continuous hostilities, these individual attacks are adding up to something much greater and a wider threat to regional security.
Correspondent John Gambrell reporting. Kuwait briefly shut its main airport Wednesday after Iranian drones heavily damaged a passenger terminal, killing an Indian national and wounding dozens. The race for governor of California remains unresolved as the ballots remain to be counted. Democrats Javier Becerra and Tom Steyer are battling with Republican Steve Hilton, who's been backed by President Trump. Hilton says he's honored to run for governor.
As someone who is a new American citizen, so proud to be an American, so proud to be a Californian. What an incredible honor. The first time I've run for office, over 1 million people and rising, voting for me to take this incredible state in a new direction.
In the race for Los Angeles, Mayor Karen Bass faces a possible challenger in Spencer Pratt. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 620 points. The Nasdaq dropped 239. More at Town Hall.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We have another
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
Why the hostage taker was taken out. I'm Chris Davis. It was about 4:30 this morning that the man who had taken hostages on the second floor of the Chase Bank building at 17th and Chester in downtown Bakersfield in the Kern County Superintendent's office was killed by the FBI. Sid Patel is special agent in charge of the Sacramento field office of the FBI.
Keep in mind, we also had a hostage in there that we knew because the individual, she had her phone with her and was in communication with us until the phone died. And at one point, we were able to get medicine to her, but she was diabetic. And we knew that this is a loss of life situation for that particular hostage that was taken if we didn't act sooner than later. We also know because of the other circumstances and our trained professionals that of his behavior, we had to act at that point in time.
Patel says the man had 10 hostages with 5 tied up and live explosives in the room.
His name was Anthony Scott Searles Harris. He was a 41-year-old white male who served in the U.S. Army from 2006 to 2007. However, he was dishonorably discharged for going AWOL. He was no stranger to law enforcement and has a criminal history of using weapons to commit violent offenses. In 2014, he was charged with sex acts with a child under 14. He's a registered sex offender.
Jeremy Blakemore, Assistant Chief of the Bakersfield Police, says all of the hostages are okay and made it out of the situation.
There were a total of 10 members of our community whose lives were changed yesterday. Unexpectedly, throughout the night, their families questioned whether or not they would be seen again. But we are very grateful for the outcome and the fact that we've been able to protect their lives.
I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Mr. Flores, time is up. Thank you very
I
much.
had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing.
Just,
I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
sir, thank you very much.
Sorry.
Next speaker,
That
please.
was a little jokey joke.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. Second hour of the program. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just by searching Kern Radio. We're also streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, we're live. Just subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you too can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They're powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. We're just waiting for Dr. Ravi Patel to call from Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center. It is Cancer Survivors Month. They had an event going on yesterday, but I wanted to talk to him about that. And not only that, but what are survivor rates looking at like these days? Because it appears that, or at least we see a lot of news stuff and data saying that a lot of younger people are being diagnosed with cancer now. And so with the new technologies and treatments that we have, what do cancer survivor rates look like, and what are the chances of surviving some of the different cancers and stuff like that? So we'll wait for Dr. Ravi Patel. He's a doctor, and that's what I say. There's 2 people that he's running a few minutes behind. That's what they just texted me. There's 2 people that I will always give grace to if something happens, and that's doctors, obviously, because they're doctors. They're saving lives. They've got way bigger things to do than have to worry about talking to JR on the radio. Yes, they give you guys all kinds of information, and that's great, but if there's something going on that they need to tend to with the patient or in the practice, the doctors get a whole lot of grace from me, and that's what's going on right now. I just got a text. He's running a few, but he'll be calling in though. He said he's very sorry. I said, oh, don't worry about it, doc. And then lawyers, because you never know. You're going to get a call and say, yeah, I just got arrested. Who's this? Mr. Jagles? Oh, I mean, just it's going to be a curious case there. We still don't know if our district attorney's office here in Kern County is going to be able to prosecute the case of alleged drunken driving of former district attorney Ed Jagles. Maybe. I'm already being called to the office, Chris. I just got a text that said, hey, can you come by the office when you're done with the show today? Just a few things we need to discuss. So I might as well just go there now, right? Maybe she'll say something tomorrow. She is guest hosting for Terry Maxwell tomorrow from 9 to noon. District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer will be filling in again for Terry Maxwell from 9 a.m. to noon tomorrow. As some of you that may be listening to Terry know, I tend to sit behind the board right now. We're in the process of getting things situated around here. And in the meantime, I help out on Terry's show. Well, I'll just do my show tomorrow, Chris. not by choice. I mean, it was ultimately choice because I am the program director, but my choice sometimes, Chris, is just to be the bigger person. You know, no need in being petty.
I'll take the overtime.
You know, they don't want you to do something, JR. Take it as okay. Heck, they serve breakfast at the room till 10. I can hang out. So enjoy the show tomorrow. Feel free to call in, text 661-842-5376. You guys know the number, but chime in tomorrow from 9 to noon. Maybe you'll get on the air with her and you can ask her some questions. Don't know if she's taking phone calls. We'll see. But at least text during the show so I can come in and read them later then afterwards. If she doesn't. And then on Friday, he's got Pastor Angelo Frazier, who is a great, dear friend of mine. I've known Frazier for a few years now, and we've had many, many, many discussions about many, many, many things, both on and off the air. You guys can go watch him watch the Faith Fridays. I'll put Angelo to the test and ask him some crazy stuff sometimes. So I love Angelo. So I'll be back on Friday to have a little fun with the pastor. But apparently the Thursday show. Did you guys enjoy that? Speaking of lawyers and attorneys, the attorney that was the defense attorney for Anthony Scott Searless Harris, the 41-year-old shot and killed by FBI yesterday after taking 10 people hostages. His lawyer spoke, I believe, this morning. So I'll let you know what he said after we get to our guest, because he has arrived. The good doctor. It is a Wellness Wednesday. My favorite doctor of them all, Dr. Ravi Patel from Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center. Good afternoon, doctor.
JR, it's good to talk to you again, man. What's a powerful man like you doing? Keeping people informed, entertained, and happy, you know?
Yeah, trying to bring them information, trying to bring them the latest. I mean, yesterday's activities in downtown scared everybody, and just trying It was
so many crazy people like that.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to try to keep them informed and get them the latest information. And things that we like to do on here, doctor, is on Wednesdays, I have a segment called Wellness Wednesdays. Every Wednesday at 2:00, I like to bring on the brightest minds in all of the fields. Last month, we did a little something different because it was mental health awareness. And I think that's very important when it comes to your wellness. And so we covered that all in the month of May. But I know this month is Cancer Survivors Month. Is that right?
Yes, you got it right, JR. And you know, the interesting thing is that there is no bad news, because what has happened is your kind of service of informing people on what to do, early detection, new medicines, getting well informed on new kinds of therapies is very important for those who are listening to you. And fortunately, the good news is that for every cancer, there has been progress. If you take breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, newer ways of doing surgery, newer forms of treatment which are less toxic, better kind of radiation which is prolonging lives. So the message is that, cancer patients should not give up. There's a lot of options they have, options which can potentially cure them. And even if they cannot cure them and they have advanced cancer, there are many, many treatments which can be offered to prolong their lives for a very good period of time.
Yeah, and my sister's one of them. Doc, she's battling right now. I mean, she's come off of, and I'm not sure what run she's in, but she's doing so good. And I'm so happy to, and she's like stage 4, so it wasn't great when she got in, but like you said, with all of the technology now, all of the new treatments that you guys are doing, I mean, thanks to places like CBCC and some of the things that you guys are doing and your partnerships and growing and learning those technologies and these new treatments are helping people like that survive longer. Talk to me about some of those things you're doing.
So we do several things. One is that, we like to make sure that patients who are diagnosed with cancer are looked at very carefully for any genetic abnormalities, because certain cancers, if you take, for example, breast cancer, it can have certain genetic relevance to screen the families. So what we have done is steadily look for any genetic abnormalities and identify any family members which could have a genetic risk of cancer, and intercept that by making sure that they are being screened on a regular basis.
Yeah, because some of the best treatment is prevention. You know, I I believe it, yeah, last summer, because I just turned 45, I participated in something over there with you guys at CBCC, and just knowing your numbers, just getting that baseline and knowing your numbers.
No, it's very important to do that. And, women particularly sometimes forget that they need to get mammograms on an annual basis. And if they have a higher risk of breast cancer in the family, they need to start getting that at an earlier age. Same with colonoscopy. We don't like to get a colonoscope done, but it's a good idea to do it. And if you have a family history, or starting at the age of 45 or 50, it's important to make sure that you get a colonoscopy done, just to make sure everything is looking good. The PSA test for prostate cancer, very important. You can work with your primary care to make sure that the PSA blood test is done. And when it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, we always make sure that the patients are aware of that. And we also run a free PSA for patients who want it,
Yeah, you guys do a ton of free services like that, where you give these free screenings to patients, to people, and I think that's so great. But not with just the early detection and prevention. You guys have moved into, like I said, the newer technologies and treatments with some of your partnerships. Tell me some of the advancements that you guys have made.
So one of the things which we do is that when there is any drug being developed for any kind of cancer, it has to go through a process of clinical trials. And what we've been doing is we've engaged with UCLA for decades on working on new innovative drugs. And we have to thank the patients of Kern County who participated in many of the clinical trials we have done with UCLA for breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer. And it so happens that all of those trials have led to the approval of some major drugs, which are today changing the lives of cancer patients, not only in Kern County, not only in California, but for cancer patients all over the world. And our local patients participating in those studies have reached out and touched the lives of people all over the world.
Yeah, and again, because of great facilities that like CBCC and the work that you guys do, and just your entire team, it's made impacts, not like you said, not only here locally with our neighbors, but worldwide. You guys are doing things here locally that is affecting things worldwide. That's so just the fact that we have those resources in our backyard. I just can't stress that enough.
No, thank you, JR. And I think that it's very important for the patients in the community to know that early detection is a great solution, and therefore don't give up your early your screening guidelines, which you need to do. Also, sometimes patients may notice a lump or a bump or some pain, and they just try and ignore it, or may say, I don't need to do anything about this right now, I can wait. Don't do that. See your primary care and alert them, and then just make sure that you're doing your checkups on a regular basis with the primary care. And if there's anything related to cancer, we're happy to provide services. We're also very committed to making sure that cancer patients have access to transportation or other help that they need. So we have donated a huge amount of funds to the Kern County Cancer Fund to make sure that patients who don't have access or have constraints for financial resources can obtain assistance for transportation, medications, a variety of things through the foundation.
I love the Kern County Cancer Foundation. It is near and dear to my heart. I love Michelle and all the people that work there. I know you were a big part in getting that foundation up and off the ground and everything that it does. I've helped out with we do the Media Music Jam, which I know is one of the big fundraisers for the Kern County Cancer Foundation. My uncle Steve Flores. I think you knew my aunt Susie Flores.
Yes,
I mean,
took care of her.
oh yeah, I know, doctor. I trust me, I know. And so it's obviously the cancer is very personal to me. It's affected, like I said, not only my aunt Susie, but my father passed away years ago from cancer. My sister is now battling her colon cancer out in Nevada, and like I said, doing great. And it's all because, again, the stuff that you guys are doing right here in our own backyard at the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center.
No, thank you. And again, it's great to know that we even have access outside to provide. We work with a lot of other academic centers where, for example, if a patient needs complicated surgery, we will connect them with the right people who can do that kind of surgery. Certain kind of brain surgery, certain kind of pancreatic surgery. So we work with different facilities so that patients with all forms of insurance can get access to the right kind of surgical skills if they are needed.
And that's because you're so well connected, Doc. That's why, because you know everybody.
Oh no, thanks.
I know you guys did a little event yesterday to honor some survivors.
Yeah.
And then and I know you guys will be doing some fun stuff all month long as you honor survivors. What do survivor rates look like now with these new technologies? Because on the other end of that, we hear some of the bad things like, well, younger people are getting diagnosed at higher rates now. And so what are the survivor rates looking like with those new datas and some of the cancers that maybe didn't have such a good outlook that now do?
No, so that's an important point you bring up. There has been progress in all of the cancers. If you take, for example, breast cancer, there are newer ways of picking up genetic abnormalities in patients, identifying the genetic abnormalities in the cancer, and tracing the families of those patients whose genetic makeup turns out to show that they have a gene which can affect either breast cancer or ovarian cancer, and you can intercept it by making some interventional changes for them. You can also screen them for a variety of other abnormalities in, for example, prostate. We can do also, if you're a heavy smoker, a test which is non-invasive called the low-dose CT scan of the chest to look for any changes in the lungs, for which you can intercept and remove an early developing lung cancer. So, the blood test, the PSA like we discussed, the breast cancer screening, the colorectal screening, all of those are working out. And if of course, the horses, ran out of the barn, we still have many ways to catch it.
And get it back and treat it and do all kinds of things now. And like I said, even with those numbers, the new technology, it's just game changers and allowing people to live, like you said, not only longer, but beat cancer and survive it at higher rates as well.
Yes, no, that's also another important point. There's no reason to be pessimistic about cancer. In every cancer, there has been progress. There are more people alive today who have survived cancer than have died. There are
or that at one time,
cancer survivors.
yeah, or at one time that would have been a death because there wasn't those treatments available. And so it's just the advancements we have made, and it's places like yours and you and doctors like you doing the work. And so thank you so much for your team, your work, all the stuff that you guys do over there. And then thank you for just taking your time out of your busy day today, Dr. Patel, for talking to us. I appreciate it.
Well, happy to help, and we are glad. Call us anytime, JR, and keep up your good work with your great show,
I'll come by and see you soon, Doctor. How about that? We'll have lunch or something.
Sure.
All right.
We'll meet you at our cafe.
Let's do it. I'll be in there. Thank you so much, Dr. Patel. Appreciate it.
Call anytime. Thank you.
All right.
All the best to all of your listeners.
Thank you. You as well. All of your staff. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Dr. Ravi Patel. He is with the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center. Great man. Great institution doing great work. We'll talk more on the other side. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
And we're back.
Yes,
Rob and Bob are back on the airwaves.
Rob and Bob, that's right. Well, not technically. Some contracts have taken longer than we thought.
We're fighting with the man a little bit, but California Fruit Depot still wants us to tell you that the lemons are free.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Hold on. I was trying to see. Where are we at? I knew most of the hostages from working. I didn't know you worked, Mary, at the KCSOS. The more and more I learn about you, Mary, sometimes I'm like, she's more interesting than Howard. What's up, Chris Orr? All right, go Knicks. You know what? Just for you, Chris Orr, the JR Show is now rooting for the Knicks. And unlike the Ralph Bailey Show, we won't mush you. So how about that? Hopefully Steve Hilton can beat Becerra. We gotta come at it. And a survivor, Mary. Nice. I love to hear that. I take deposits to that Chase Bank every day for work. There is always 2 guards standing outside. I know. That's the thing. That's the thing for Charlie. That's the thing. I think we talked about it. Ralph was even talking about it yesterday. I go in that. I don't every day, but I do bank at Chase. I usually hit the one on Stockton, California, because it's a little closer to me. But when I'm in that area and I need to do, I need to stop by the bank and grab some cash or something. Yeah, I go in there and I've gone inside and made deposits. But you're right; those guards are usually outside the bank. So I don't know if he came in another door, which there's 2 access doors to the bank part of it, I guess. But there's 2 access points, I guess 3 access points to the building. So I don't know. I don't know if that changes anything, but yeah, what happened to those guys? Bobby, don't hate. Let him be for Charlie Kirk. You be for you. Let him be for him. We accept all here. I used to love listening to Charlie Kirk.
All under one roof. Learn more at GateSecureHospital.com or call 661-215-7500. Good Samaritan Hospital. They care for their
You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. I want to thank Dr. Ravi Patel for coming on today. He is with the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center, CBCC. Just get in. Just again, the preventative measures. Know your numbers. Last year, I helped in a campaign. I went in. They drew a little bit of blood from me. They ran it. My numbers look good. I'm like, cool. I do need to get in to get a colonoscopy. I'm about to be 46, and I need to get in to do that. So how about if I get in, you guys go in too? I'll make an appointment. You guys get in there as well. It could change your life. Women, get a mammogram. You have to do it. What?
I was going to make a joke about the finger up the bum.
Hey, but you got to do it, man.
You do.
You just got to do it.
Right.
I'm
right around the corner.
It could save your life. It could save your life. So thanks, Dr. Ravi Patel. and the folks at CBCC. Coming up next, our friend LJ from Kern County Family Magazine. The new one came out. We'll tell you what you can find inside and some things to do over the weekend. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The Republican-led Senate is moving forward with legislation to fund immigration enforcement agencies after forcing the White House to drop its settlement fund for political allies and stripping a separate proposal for a White House security from the bill. The Senate voted 53 to 46 on Wednesday to begin debate on the roughly $70 billion bill to fund U.S. immigrations and customs enforcement and the Border Patrol. Kuwait says Iranian drones have heavily damaged a passenger terminal at its main airport, killing one person, wounding dozens, and briefly closing the airfield. The reported strike Wednesday is the latest in back-and-forth attacks by Iran and the U.S. that test a fragile ceasefire. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 620 points. More details at srnnews.com.
Just hearing the word IR.
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis with a special report on the downtown hostage situation that came to an end. We are now told about 4:30 this morning. That is when the FBI made the strategic decision to take the suspect out. Anthony Scott Cyril Harris was 41 years old. He was no stranger to law enforcement. In fact, the FBI in a press conference this afternoon says that the man had actually committed violent offenses with weapons before, that he was a convicted sex offender, that he had gone AWOL from the Army and was dishonorably discharged. One of the reasons that they decided to go ahead and take him out is that someone's life was in danger. They were diabetic and they needed immediate attention. The FBI says 10 hostages were rescued. They're on the second floor of the Chase Bank building. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce.
We'll beat them
Dial
anyway.
pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250. Micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
I've just never seen a family like the Bidens. I'll ask you guys, if your family member, your dad, your husband was in the state that Joe Biden was in, could you push him out there? She claims that she thought he was having a stroke during the debate, and yet they continue to allow this man to try to obtain the hardest job on the planet. They should all be ashamed of themselves.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Marriage will make you do some crazy things, LJ. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app on your smart device, and you too can take us on your summer vacations, or you can just come pick us up and take us literally on your summer vacations. I promise. I'll be nice. And you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, and streaming live on YouTube. Again, just look up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Watch us from the Kern Radio studios. It's powered by Adaptive Networks. Your neighbor, LJ. Call them, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And this is LJ from Kern County Family Magazine, who I said, Adaptive Networks is your neighbor. We're your neighbor. This parking lot is full of great businesses.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Bakersfield's awfully lucky to have us. What do you think?
Yeah, all happening at 1400 Easton Drive. So the new magazine is out.
It's June. That's right.
Oh my gosh. Tell me again. Wait, it's what?
And school is out. I got to remind you, just in case.
I know.
Okay,
Trust
will you
me.
give
No,
me a
you're fine.
second? I'm
Yeah.
just
Is it spilling? It is spilling. Look at that. Ralph Bailey is going to have a wet chair. LJ's water bottle fell. It'll be great, LJ. No, just leave it. Let him sit on it. It'll be funny. He'll start the show, sit right down with the 305, and it'll be live on the air. It'll be great.
I am so sorry,
It'll be
Ralph.
great.
I didn't know it was your chair.
He can use my chair.
There's
today.
another chair. There's four in here.
Yeah, he can use mine, but he needs the cushion for his tushin.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I want to give him a soft seat.
Yeah, no, but it is June. And I know because my daughter, I said, you get 1 week off and it's the first week of June. And then it's off to camps you go, kid.
Yay.
Yeah. So she signed up for a couple camps. She'll be busy during the summer, but the new magazine's out. Tell me about it.
It sure is. And families across Kern County are settling to summer, as
Yeah.
you were saying, such as yourself. Our new issue helps parents make the most of the season with resources, ideas, and stories that support local families.
We all need help.
And because it's June, let's start off with a celebration. Happy Father's Day.
Oh,
to
yes, of
fathers
course.
out across our Kern County.
Yeah. Big,
Yeah.
That's what, June, don't tell me, 20 something? First? Yeah, 21st.
Yes.
I don't know because, well,
It's your day. You're
it's
not
my
supposed
day.
to dwell
Yeah, I
on
don't
that,
have to
but-
do anything technically.
No, but we got to kind of like set your day aside so that you don't conjure up any other like activities to do. You got to spend time with your family. They do want your time.
But
Don't
they? But what if I want to just go to the man cave?
Okay.
No,
You can ask them and see what they say about that.
What-
I would recommend that first.
Yeah, but no, I kid because that's what I love to do. Obviously, I want to spend the day with my daughter and do all the fun things that whatever she has planned, right? And you guys have some fun ideas in there for Father's Day or what?
Yeah, we have a great recipe for a barbecue.
Okay.
Yes.
But not that dad has to cook, right?
Some dads like to,
Okay.
You? No? Yes?
The kid can barbecue for me.
Okay, get a little hibachi.
There you go.
Hey,
She likes
that's
to.
what I
She
learned
does like
on.
to cook though, so it'll work for her.
Well, then you can organize all the little pieces and parts and
Yeah.
mix things up, and
She'll
you
be
can
good.
help her thread the meat on the barbecue skewers.
Yeah, I can show her how to barbecue.
And I'm told
Uh-oh.
via Linda Pounds,
Mm-hmm.
The Moo lady.
Oh yeah.
Linda Pounds.
Mhm.
Anyway, she said it was a really good recipe. She tried it on her husband.
Okay.
They did swap out the mango for pineapple
Interesting.
and said it was delicious.
I might stay with the mango though.
I like both.
I'm not big on pineapple, but I can do mango.
Okay, well, let us know.
Yeah. So Father's Day will be the first big thing in summer.
That's sort of. We've got to back up a little bit because
Uh-oh.
Flag Day is in June
Oh, that's right. What is it, June 6th?
14th.
I was close.
Yeah, you're close. It's in the same month.
What's June 6th then?
Well,
It's something. I'll figure it out.
okay. Maybe Chris can look on the calendar.
Chris don't know. He's an Orioles fan. What does he know?
Oh,
I'm a Phillies fan.
Phillies, whatever.
ouch!
That's not even the
heard
right
that.
color.
That was in my ear.
Philadelphia Phillies, whatever.
Yeah. Ouch! That was
Where'd
an
you get born?
oucher
What does
of
he
a
know?
game.
That's-
Those
A hopper?
Dodgers, they really tried on last weekend. Hey, but there's a lot going on in Bakersfield.
Okay.
You know that, and we had some commotion yesterday, right?
Boy, did we, LJ. We made
Yeah.
national news.
On all stations.
Yeah.
We really did. And
Yeah.
it's not the way I like to make news, but you know who's at our helm? We've got a brand new police chief, and that's
Yes, we do.
Brent Stratton.
Chief Stratton, yeah.
And so
I had the pleasure of meeting him a couple times. I mean, I knew him. I met him before he became chief, but yeah. Good pick. I like him.
He is a good pick. You're absolutely right. We've got a great story, a great interview with him. He's our happy dad for the month of June.
Really?
And
He's got a very interesting story. I know some of it. I won't spoil it because I want people to pick up the magazine and read from it. But
well, maybe we haven't included all of the nooks and crannies that you know.
I don't know. I'll have to read the magazine to find out.
But it's not a political piece.
No. It's just about him
being a father and his vision of dads.
Well, didn't his parents meet at the police station?
I think possibly that's the case. We have a picture of he and his dad. His dad is pinning him.
Yeah.
From the ceremony.
Right.
Which is kind of, it's a heartfelt story. He's got a great vision of fatherhood.
Yeah.
I hope people take a look at this meaningful story.
I think that's a great interview to do on the new chief, instead of taking it from the angle of, oh, you're the new police chief, and what do you plan on this? No, you've humanized him, and we have to remember that sometimes, that our police officers are human. They're just like us. They are dads. They are moms. They are aunts. They are uncles. They are somebody's relative too, and they deal with the same stuff we do. And not only that, other people's stresses as well, because they come to save us. Like yesterday's situation, right? And so I think that's a great timely article on the new chief.
It's about someone who balances the family life, the leadership, and the community commitment.
Yeah,
because he's got one. And then I got to tell you, Brent, I hope you're listening. We were praying for you yesterday, my husband Rick and I. You've got the weight of the world on your shoulder, and we're praying for endurance and wisdom for you through this time.
Yeah.
And we know that you're going to put our city in good hands.
No, yeah, and they did a great job yesterday. They showed up and they had the situation, as best as they could handle it in that moment, and they called in the feds, and I think BPD and all of the first responders, everybody that responded yesterday, tremendous great job, and that goes to the leadership of Chief Stratton. And I mean, just stepping into that role and going, oh, we got what going on downtown? I mean, I couldn't even imagine all the thoughts that start to run through his head, but him being the chief that he is. And some of that comes from being a dad and knowing how to handle those situations and learning those things from fatherhood. You know what I mean?
Thanks for that insight.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, no, it'll be a great article. I'll be curious to read it.
Well, we have another story, and it's happening at the Kern County Beale Library.
Ooh, I like the library. That's my favorite library in all the town.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you know that they have...
They just remodeled. They redid their kids section. It's closed. We walked in. My daughter and I go in there all the time. We walked in last time, and now we like to go upstairs and kind of walk around and go up and down the elevator and check all kinds of things out. So she's older, so we explore a little more inside of the library.
She's a little more curious.
Yeah, and I love that library. That's a fun library.
Well, they've got a beautiful, beautiful portrait display of the Bakersfield sound legends.
Yes, I heard about this.
Well, we're talking about black and white portraits, 10 of them, over 8 feet tall. And
wow,
on display, it's a permanent display.
Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's a free entry.
Yeah, you don't have to pay. You can just walk right into the Beale Library, and
that's right.
Yeah.
And your listeners can see that on the cover of our June issue.
Well, the listeners can't see, LJ, but the people watching can see.
There. Hi. Anyway, the watchers, the listeners.
Yeah.
Our June issue has a cover. It was courtesy of Felix Adamo.
Yeah, I like Felix. He does great work.
Amazing work. Amazing, beautiful photography. And we have one of the photos or the portraits that Patty Peak Doolittle, repainted, helped to recreate. And as you'll see, it's a picture of,
look at it.
Gosh, I know I need to see. Sorry. June Carter Cash.
No. Oh, yeah.
No. That's not. Oh, come on, people. Okay, that'll come.
I can't see. You didn't show me who it is.
Well, silly me. No, that Bonnie Owens.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Sorry, Bonnie. You're a good lady.
But they have how many of those in there?
10.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty cool to go
These
check
were
out.
actually on display or hung up at Trout's, and then they were stolen.
Along with a lot of things from there.
They found them up in Northern California,
Right.
brought them back, and sent them to Patty Peak Doolittle to
Refurbish them.
refurbish
Yeah.
them. Absolutely.
beautiful.
And now they've brought them back and they're on display here. Again, a permanent display, which costs nothing to walk in and see. So you should take your daughter.
I was gonna say, and it's inside, right?
It's an indoor showing. Absolutely.
And
It's
so
not outside.
something perfect to do when it's 110 degrees outside and you're like, what are we going to do to beat the heat today? Go visit Bill Library. Not only can you sit down, check out some books, read a book, spend time with your kids, but now you can even see this new exhibit they have in there.
And do you know we actually have other beautiful paintings on display all around the walls of the library?
Oh, okay.
Again, at no charge.
Yeah, and it's free, and it's not only free to get in, it's free air condition. Just saying. I like that. I like free air condition.
And I'm going to continue on.
It's like the magazine. It's free.
It is free.
It's
All over
free.
the
All the
place.
best things are free.
I want to tell you about, speaking about libraries,
Okay.
books.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
There is a young lady in town
Mhm.
who has written a book. She wrote a children's book called The Wish of Friendship. And then she went on to win a state contest, an agriculture contest. And her creativity and determination to shine through and accomplishment. It's a wonderful reminder of the talent and potential we see in our local youth. And it's so remindful of who is in our community
Yeah.
and the talents we
We are
have.
blessed with so many talented, just people from all walks of life, whether it's artists, photographers, like we mentioned, Adamo, whether it's painters, whether it's just the whole slew of different musicians, everything that we are a very talented community.
Well, we can now add the name Amelia Kobar
Okay.
to that list.
I like
this, This young lady, again, won at the state level for her book.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And we have a wonderful story about that.
That's wonderful. And you can find that all in the magazine, right?
You can still find that all over in the magazine.
And,
That's right.
and where can they find the magazine, LJ?
KernCountyFamily.com. We have a flip book. No cost.
It's digital.
It's digital.
Okay.
And then
new wave technology.
Well, here we are on the radio.
I
New
know.
wave.
They
you know?
gotta be where the people are.
But we have 200 locations where people can pick up the magazine.
That's a lot of places where people are.
I mean, I'm telling right around the corner at Lassen's.
Yep.
You can pick some up.
Yep.
Smith's Bakery.
Okay.
Okay. How about Coconut Joe's?
Coconut Joe's. Go in there, get some food, and sit down, read the magazine. I like it. You know where I always find them at?
Tell me.
Houchin.
I bet because you're there in one of the chairs.
I'm usually there about once a month.
That is such a good
Yep.
deal. Thank you so much.
I'd go there about once a month and I see the magazine. And I'll tell you what, it was funny because I've been doing that since COVID. That's when I started. And then I started doing platelets after that. And I was just another regular guy until the magazine showed up
And all over.
with me and my daughter
All
on it.
over.
And they were like, wait a second. They look at the magazine, they look up at me, look at the magazine, look down. Is that you? Like, yeah, that's me. What do you do? Like,
What don't you
I was
do?
like, I'm just me, guys. It's just JR still. There's nothing different. Stick me.
JR with the blood.
Yeah, just stick me, guys. I'll be here for 2 hours. It's
And,
cool.
and let me ask you, you give platelets?
Yes. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
About once a month I do, and they call it, I call it a 3-bagger. So I do 3 bags every time. And they told me how many people get saved out of each bag. But yeah, I guess I'm one of the guys that are able to do that every time because not everybody can give that much. And they're like, hey, you good for a triple? Good for a triple. Sign me up every month.
Man.
Yeah. It's close to me. It's personal because we talked to Dr. Ravi Patel from the Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center and a lot of cancer patients and people that go through that receive platelets. And I've dealt with that, whether it's with my dad or my aunt, like I told him, my sister's going through cancer. So it's a personal thing for me. And I just giving back just in whatever little way I can. Yeah.
Little.
Just little.
But it's a big,
little
big
Jay.
gift.
Just little old Jay. I don't try to get it. I mean, the only reason I talk about it is not to bring attention to me doing something, is to try to encourage other people to do it. You know what I mean? I just, if enough people will do that, then somebody that is sitting somewhere needing blood or something has that available to them. And if I can do that, take 2 hours out of my day, what big deal is that?
I haven't had that courage. And I know that, hey, I'm not the only one.
No, I know, I get it.
But when I do, I'm gonna
Come in. I'll go in with you. I'll sit down in the chair next to you and ease all of your worries about it.
Will you really?
Yep, we'll do that together. I'll take anybody in there.
I'm gonna take you up on
No,
that.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
I took my niece a couple of weeks ago. I don't have any problems taking somebody to Houchin and saying, hey, you want to do this and you're nervous? Come on, I'll show you. It's simple.
Okay, my husband, you've heard this now. I'm gonna do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it together, LJ. But the magazine is out now, right? It's free again, 200 places all over. And then what's the website again?
KernCountyFamily.com.
KernCountyFamily.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you in about a month, right?
You got it.
Right when the next issue is going to come out. It'll be the July issue. I'm guessing it's going to be, I don't know, patriotic theme, 250th celebration type of stuff. I'm guessing. Maybe you'll have to watch and see, but go get the magazine out right now in 200 different locations around town. Lassens, you can go to Coconut Joe's or get into Houchin and give blood, and you'll find one there as well. Again, thank you, LJ, for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, JR.
Always. Got to get to a break. On the other side, we'll find out what we learned today on the show. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, we'll have burritos from Victor's, and that means also Dr. Corey Gonzalez will join us to help us out with mental health care. That's a pretty good deal. And we'll have more election results and state-of-the-art news, traffic, and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 right here in News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Oh, it's already Wednesday, which means I can get to the stockyard even sooner. Where's the stockyard? What is the stockyard, you ask? Well, it's a little speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse, 2525 F Street. You wouldn't even know it's there. You're going to see some ropes. You're going to see a carpet. Walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. When they ask you what's the password, tell them, why not JR? They're going to let you in. You're going to walk into one of the finest establishments, not only in Bakersfield, not only in Kern County, but probably all of California. It's like you walk into a time travel. They take you back to the days of Speak Easy. Come on in. You can get appetizers off the menu from Casey's Steakhouse if you're hungry. Have a drink with Haley. Heck, I'll be in there this weekend. They also got live music going. And if you're looking to host a party, they got a banquet room. Maybe you got a birthday, a bridal shower. Get a hold of them over at the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Come hang out with me and Haley. It's the Stockyard.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Let the sound take you away.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. I want to thank LJ from Kern County Family Magazine for stopping by. You guys get the latest issue. It is out now, so go and check it out where you can. I want to read that little article with Chief Stratton, so I'll find it and get it as well, because she didn't leave me a copy, Chris. I was just saying. She had the copy. Could just left it right here. Didn't even leave me a copy, so whatever. Before we find out what we learned on today's show, anything on the message board before we get out of here? 661-842-5376.
No, nothing really.
All right, that's fine. Nothing really. What, somebody talking?
I mean, somebody had just chimed. Kurt had chimed in with information that we had already.
About the
information of the man
on the suspect. Yeah, that's part of what we learned more and more about the suspect in yesterday's hostage situation in downtown Bakersfield that ended at about 4:30 this morning with the suspect being shot by the FBI. We've learned more about his background, who this guy is. He's been in trouble with the law several times. He is a registered sex offender in which he was charged with having parties with underage girls and kids and forcing people to have sex acts. That was later dropped on appeal, at least the aggressive, the forcing part, and then now he was trying to claim his innocence, and they're not the officials aren't giving a motive as of just yet, but as a lot of us at least pay attention online have kind of put the pieces together about what this guy was trying to do, and I guess proclaim his innocence. You don't show that you're innocent by breaking the law more. I don't. Maybe I just think differently, but that's how I think. And we found out also some election results, at least some early ones. Steve Hilton is leading in the race for California's governor, at least for the general election. Becerra is not too far behind him, but like I told you guys, and I wish I could have got it up on the screen. Oh man, I don't think I can shoot it up there. But if you look at that map, if you look at the map of California, at least as it pertains to the race for California governor, most of the counties, and I'll do a count. Most of the counties are for Steve Hilton. Like, it's insane the amount of counties that are on here. Is it going to shoot to the right TV? But if you're watching on YouTube and you can see my phone, which I doubt you can that far, it's too bright. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20. He's got like 30 counties. Steve Hilton has won the majority of counties in California. There's only 52, in case you guys were wondering. And Becerra, who is his closest opponent, has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 counties. He's won 10 counties, and he's within 1 million vote or 100,000 votes. So you mean to tell me that you can win? What did he win? L.A. County, of course. I hope Becerra won L.A. County. But you can win the Bay. You can win L.A. and you can win some of San Diego. And bada bing, boom, you're the next governor. But yet, Steve Hilton can win 60% of the counties. Doesn't even matter. He's going to have a tough race come November. We talked about it with him yesterday. We'll break down some more election results tomorrow with our friends Christian Romo and Matthew Martin. I got to get out of here for the day. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show for more updates. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
Hour from Town Hall.
All right, you guys. Be good. Yes, there is a documentary about him, Mary. It's a self-made documentary. It's on YouTube. Send me a message on Facebook, and I'll try to send you the link. He made one. It's about 2 hours long. I watched the first half an hour last night. It's him basically saying how he was set up by the Kern County Sheriff's Office. So if you want to check it out, shoot me an email or shoot me a message on social media. All right, you guys, be good to each other. Hug your loved ones.